Oh well. I should focus on the weapon. Oh well. What's up? These cookies, or I should say the cookies, were so good. Yeah, I'm gonna try and get this whole DLC done today. It's gonna be tough. We'll do what we can. How did you manage to do that? It was slipping out? How does it slip out? How is it slipping out of you? That's kind of crazy. No longer. Well, I want to know how you even got to that kind of situation in the first place, you know. Today's point of attack is to not die. No, today's plan of attack is to beat the DLC. We got a lot to do. So we're gonna try and get through it fast. Ooh, Dark Orb. That's a really exciting spell. I don't think I could cast it because I think you need like a catalyst for it. But it's still a super cool spell. But yeah, this is the Ulysseal Township, and you'll notice eventually it gets it's pretty interesting, pretty dark and decrepit. Oh, parkour. You like this spot? This one's definitely a mimic. Not very good. We're back here. Keep on going. Yeah, this area is pretty cool. It's like a crumbled, old, decrepit area of the game. I like it. Low enemy variety. There's really only like these melee dudes, the spellcaster dudes, and then the mimic. Right. Eventually, we'd love to get down there. Now we're going to take our time through this stuff. Then you start to see all the blue abyss stuff kind of taking over. Crap out of these dudes though. Yeah, it's cool, right? What is this stuff, man? Why is there so much blue? Last of Us, you think so? It's pretty fair. Pretty apt descriptor, I say. This area gets relatively interesting. These guys aren't too hard. They can melee pretty fast. And as you can see, there's a good deal of them. So we're going to try and bait a bunch of them. Come on, fight. And I'm going to go. Oh, look at that. Dark Mist. We're basically going to let a ton of them come up and watch them get fireballed. This is a good top class, so I get spot. I think the thing that interests me is if I can hop and get spellcaster and blue here. Make sure we're going to want to go that way too. Spellcaster MacGyver up top. Beat him against the wall. Shrine True Snare. Or Shrine True Strat. Shower real quick. Can't type. We'll be watching. Happy to have you nonetheless. We're just kind of wandering through right now. I'll try to go out one more time. See what I see. You stank, huh? Can I get a sniff? Where's that out of the cards? I think I can perform a roll here, yep. There we go, that's what we want. That's not ideal. Back here. To here. Yup. Oh, shoot. Alright, not too bad. Just gotta make that jump. We just got the key that will unlock the door we tried to open at the very end of the last episode. That door was required to be opened so we can get to the secret box. Very exciting stuff. I feel like this is not fair. You know, he gets to attack me while I'm just kind of roping down. Dark fog. Get some heals in us. And now we're on the street. Pretty cool. We're gonna get our scent though for right now. Our scent right now is more important than our descent, because we're still trying to do stuff up here. At least I think so. I think important stuff up here. Because we went down the ladder, but there's also a doorway. Where I think if we can on the roof here. Wander up and down around. We get Twin Humanities. Alright, I think that covers it, so we can go ahead and drop carefully. Drop carefully. Damage. Now we're down here. And we're gonna run straight back because we get access to the elevator. And so now this elevator takes us all the way back up here. And right here is the bonfire. And so now what we're gonna go do is go to the right. Climb up the long, winding stairs. Take right and open the door. And when we come up, there's a guy.
Visitor, must be the one who freed Artorius. That old friend he was. thanks to thee, he left this world with honor intact. And here I am, retired and blind.
Oh,
Little help to thee, I'm afraid.
I love this guy.
Dragons, we knights sport exhilaration, Babalan, without twice.
Buy stuff. Get arrows.
There's very good as, but I'm like, there's very little to be said. What good is a
There's
dog?
something else I gotta do
No
with this guy.
bears to hunt, but I'm lucky to be alive, I suppose.
Alright,
Farewell.
so now we're gonna do something fun. We are going to go attempt a death. And then we're gonna go try and fight Black Dragon Calamite. It's gonna fail, obviously. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab hey, look at this.
You. Is that not the soul of the man who... He was a... Would you be willing...
Sure.
Thank you. Please. May the Lord...
It's a little
May
burial.
the Lord...
I didn't even know this was here. That's so cool. It's so neat. We honored the dead. Okay, so we are going to walk down the road here. And we're gonna go back to that area where we saw that dragonfly with like a big valley. And we're gonna go over some signs. Because in order to get to God, there's to help us on our quest to defeat the big old dragon we'll eventually see. We need to interact with the dragon. And so what we're going to do is get him to spawn, and then we're really get the heck out of Dash. So we don't die and lose all our souls. Humanity that we stopped at. Everything ready? He's coming. Oh, we got. And so now that we've interacted, we've met the Black Dragon Calamite. I believe he's gone. We can now go. Came quick, right? Ah, cool, right? We can now go back up to our boy. Where the heck our souls went? There they are.
Tomorrow, Black Dragon posing the duress? Yes, I thought as much. He's called Calamite. Ferocious dragon indeed. Even mighty Anna Londa dared not provoke his ire. I see little good coming from this, but I intend to.
It is.
Good, good. I've taken a liking to thee, and I owe thee much for thy service to Artoria.
I'll see how I'm gonna watch you go taste the He walks in. He's just sitting up here working on rocks. He's blind, waiting out his days. But then he has a giant bow. He's a bowmaster for a reason. That's all. It says, you know what? I'm just gonna fire a shot. Odysseus, right? Nails it.
Yes. That bat will be grounded for a good... The rest is...
So now we're gonna go kill a dragon. I love that character. His voice is really cool. He's like a friend of Artorias. He helps him like get ready and like be a good fighter and all that stuff. And then he one-shots a dragon who's literally like the fear of like half the world. And he's blind too. Like his ability to just immediately cook like that is awesome. So it's really, really just exciting little side combo. It's really the only NPC in this DLC besides the masked shop guy and everything else. So we're gonna kindle this bonfire. We're gonna grab 20 flasks because I don't see why not. We haven't done it before. Might as well show the process for him. Kindle the flame. Double kindle. Triple kindle. There you go. Oh, here's my flash. So now we're gonna go fight Black Dragon Calamite. Gonna be riveting. This fight is interesting. It's a dragon, and dragon fights are very much the same kind of code in all FromSoft games. This one's fire is pretty bad. So we just gotta be careful. Just gotta be careful. Use our fire events here, obviously, because that's our stuff. Just go bananas. We're really going to try and work him starting with free combustion, and then kind of go from there. But I think that this boss is intense. He's hard. This is an optional boss for this DLC. The only optional boss for this DLC. You don't need to fight this boss. But I like fighting this boss. I want to fight all bosses. And we have up to this point. The last remaining boss on this list. That is optional. Here he is. Fantastic though. This is probably, I'd say, this and the final boss of this DLC are probably the hardest bosses of the DLC, of the game, I think. Knight Artorias can be a relatively hard boss, but he is, he's pretty easy. Oh, I forgot Sanctuary Garden. You gotta do him too. But he's pretty easy. But I'd say, like, this is the hardest optional boss by far in this game. And it rivals the standards of, like, top bosses in the entire Soulsborne series of, like, difficulty. Dragon shouldn't hurt from fire? Yeah, but it does, because our fire is weak. Suffice to say, this fight is probably gonna be a slog and gonna take some time. This fight is probably gonna be a slog, probably gonna take some time. So, bear with me. This may be a very long video as we try to get the whole DLC done, because I just realized as well, next episode, if we get that to be the last episode of the series, is episode 50. It is episode 50. I think my play, unironically, is to get to the final boss of the DLC and then stop. Because then I can do the final bosses of the DLC from start, and then we can get right into the actual final boss of the game. Really? Oh, I face tank. I'm literally dodging into the attack like I'm supposed to. He's kind of cute. Even when he's lost, you just think they're cute. Okay, not too bad. Alright, next is Fire Whip. Are we doing really good? I'm just out of fire. You're kidding. It's right there. Ah, no. Alright, I'm gonna need, I think, more fire. I'm gonna need a better attack than combustion, I think, because I think combustion's gonna be absolutely nowhere. So I'm gonna get rid of that. Try and put on a stronger fire. That's the thing, I just don't know if I have fire orb. That's a little better. And then I could put on fireball. That's gonna give me 2 less attacks, but combustion's pretty weak. Great combustion's good, but combustion's pretty weak. But that should give me the boost I need, and then do I have the ring on? I do. It's a hard boss, yeah. I think it's the hardest boss in this playthrough, because I think in any playthrough, regardless of how good you are, or what tech you're using, or what you're abusing, that it's gonna be challenging. And if I get, you get in a rut like that, where he starts attacking you and you don't have window to heal it, and you're kind of screwed. Obviously I have the sword, but I want to just try and kill the fire, because it's yeah, it's challenging. But basically, I'm just gonna rock in. The next trick is to just level bomb again, and level bomb my attunement so that I might be able to get one more slot, and then I can make the combustion so that I have extra slots for more fire. Because isn't it? Yeah, 20 flasks for this fight is what you want. You don't want to have less than 20 flasks, because so tainted. I would love to get into open space. Okay, that doesn't matter. Alright, we're out of our storm spells. Time for break here, fireball. It's not too bad. So he's giving us good opportunities to heal right away. Oh no, I got grabbed. Now I'm gonna take more damage. Oh, this is bad. This is really bad. stupid. Dag damn Basically, oh, I forgot. You get grabbed by that attack, you take like 50 times more damage. So it's basically impossible if he catches you in a bad stretch. He's hard at any point. Like, I don't think I've ever played a boss like that, where it's like, literally the boss is difficult, just no matter what kind of situation you're in. Whether you're literally, like, first time doing it, or if you're the best at the game, like, it will always be a hard boss, because it's a lot of health, it does a lot of damage, it's got good attacks, it's just a burner of a fight. There are no bosses like it. In this game, at least. Other games, there are definitely burners that I've played, but this game, there's no boss like this one. Which kind of makes it unique, but also can be very, very frustrating. Because you're trying to get through a fight. I'm definitely just going to try and get to the final boss, and then bone out, and then that'll be episode 50 when we do live tomorrow. What ranking is this guy? In the game, I'm gonna say like, maybe 5, maybe 6. Night Artorias is number 1. Ornstein's Samoa is number 2. The boss that's coming up, not the final boss, if it's good, is number 3. I'd say probably like, Gwyn, probably number 4. And then I'd say probably this boss. The DLC bosses in this game are awesome, and they totally eclipse some of the early game bosses, because in Dark Souls, the OG game, the proper game, the bosses are either too early to be good, like they're really cool, fun bosses, but they're too early to be really good bosses, or they're having like gimmicks, or they're just bad fights, like wait a minute. This is the DLC, and Blue Hawks, and it has the best fights. So these bosses like genuinely test the heck out of you. That's great. Very well right now. About halfway, so we still have Firestone. That's not great. Oh, we hit him. fast if you get out of it. Fire. Yeah. Got him. He's a very good. It's a very good fight and a very rewarding fight once you do it. But when you beat him, you get the Calamity Ring, which literally is the worst ring in the game because you receive double damage. You don't deal double damage. You don't do any of that. You receive double damage. Why would you want that? That's ridiculous. Why the heck would you want something to double damage you? Doesn't make a whole lot of sense, right? Yeah, it's silly. But the only reason people actually use the ring is for challenge runs. Like if there's a particular challenge run, you know, like you want to like do it like super hard or you're receiving double damage all the time. You know, I suppose you can do that. And the Titan Slap too. So you fully agree with that. Like I suppose challenge runs, like that's the play. Do what you want. But realistically, a normal run, you're never, ever gonna use the Calamity Ring. There's just no point. Why would you use a thing literally meant for your literally meant to just kind of ruin your day and make your game harder, you know? Cool boss. Amazing boss. If it were a special ring that you like get to do some really nice like fire attacks, bows. Like if you get to do some really cool fire attacks, or you get to a spell that allows you to like take health, like do double damage to an enemy or something, or for an enemy to receive double damage. Like now you're talking, you know, like that's a thing. That's pretty exciting. Sure. Double trouble up here. Bloated sorcerer. Hey, can we wear this? Oh, we get the symbol of avarice. I don't think I forgot. Yes! I look awesome. What do you think about my fit? I think it's still normal too. Might as well keep playing it. Be wary of strange creature. This thing's pretty hard. At least from what I remember. Okay, this is probably overkill. I have no idea what that thing is, but you get leather gauntlets. Pretty cool. No chest head. You don't like it? How about the bloated sorcerer head? Dude, I like wearing this. Call the elevator. I think this one looks pretty cool. Better. Yeah, you like it. I don't know, I just like the boar head. Like, the boar head's the best. But when we go down here, this is the helmet we want. Because we are in the death-defying abyss. We're in the abyss now. Literal blackness. Total, utter darkness. We're at the bottom. Look at all those red dudes. They weren't scary before, but now you look at them and you're like, oh. They're in the dark and they're terrifying. There's still a little gremlins though, but died of one firework, so it's not that big of a problem. Did you like that? You see how I just dodged that absolute bullet from this guy? Dark bead. Look at all the spells I'm getting. Very cool. But yeah, here you are literally in the abyss. And you only got like a handful of prism stones guiding your way. This place terrified me the first time I played it. Terrified. Because of those things. What the heck are those things? What are those monsters doing? Down there. Oh. I didn't realize that was a fall. You can kill the black falling things. And literally, you remember the things we've been using to kindle bonfires and do all that kind of stuff? This is what it is. We are literally interacting with humanity. They won't really do anything to us if we don't do anything to them. But what we do want to do is activate this elevator because it takes us way up to here. If we walk out here, we're back here! Isn't it awesome? So now, quite literally, we can just take this giant elevator all the way down the abyss. Take it wee all the way down. And we're down here. Back into the chasm of the abyss. And so now, we're going to chart the path to the final boss, and then we're going to be done. I think we go down this way, we just keep following the stones. We wander our way. try to ignore the humanities, because, I mean, they ain't really do much to us, you know. If there's a ton of them, they might try and do something, but, like, man, they're moving. We gotta go this way. Or do we need to go this way? Black flame. Huh. Do we go this way? Oh, hey. That's pretty good. We wander down. Wander down. We wander down. There's the fog gate. Keep wandering, and then we go walk down, and there we go. There's the final boss. But we are not going to go take care of that just yet. We can also go run down this way. But there's humanities walking our path. We don't want to kill little guys. What do they do to us? So to remind ourselves, we walk back up the floating pillars of death. And then we follow the prism stones, wander up this way to here. No, we don't. We just went that way. Look at these things moving. Just moving in the environment. And watch me try and dodge all of them. Oh. You like my skills? I come here often. I think I'm not allowed to leave. So what I'm gonna do is just shoot. But that's the path. We have the path completely ironed out. Completely ironed out. And so that is gonna do it, I think. I don't think we have anything else we really need to go through. We have done it. And so in the final episode for Dark Souls 2, we're going to be running up this way, running to the right, and we are going to be taking on the final boss of the DLC, and we are going to be wait, I need to do 2 more things. But look, the little humanities, those are those things that were down there. So it's pretty exciting stuff. There we go. In the next episode, we are going to kill the final boss of this amazing, pretty small DLC. And then we are going to then go to the final area, kill the first flame, and kill the final boss of Dark Souls 1. This has been an amazing series. Thank you so much for watching my continued journey and experience. I have truly enjoyed every second. And I will catch you in the final episode. I love you. Goodbye.